wasn't sure what to expect, honestly, but the foal itself, the foal itself is so icy cold. Hey there guys, it's Dashabella and Nightfall, and welcome back to another video of Star Equestrian. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fabulous personally, and you guys probably know why. I got Heart of Winter level 3! I finally did it! I finally got Heart of Winter level 3. It took a while, okay? It took a hot minute for me to get this to level 3. But to be fair, I did kind of leave this on the back burner for a bit because you guys know I have like other breeding projects and things I wanted to work on. But because of the breeding pass and getting all these extra breeding tokens, that actually inspired me to finally get around to getting, you know, like some of my other prestiges leveled up. Because you guys already know, before this, I had 2 level 3 prestiges. So the first level 3 prestige we ever got was on sea steps. So we've got Rough Rider level 3. Still probably one of the best looking prestiges in the game. I get a lot of comments from people telling me that the smoke that sea steps leaves in races is like so annoying and distracting. I'm so sorry, okay? I didn't realize how distracting this is for other people because I rarely see people with like level 3 prestiges on their racehorses. So sea steps is cool, okay? Rough Rider looks really cool except for my hand just like randomly floating on my lap. And the other level 3 prestige I currently have is Eternal Bond. I don't know who to grab for this. I'll just grab Queen because she's a queen. So yeah, Eternal Bond level 3, really cute. I do think this is still the cutest prestige out of all the prestiges. The Idol Love Hearts is just too adorable. The little pink Hoofprints are cute as well. But the pink running effect is like, oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. So I totally get why people want these 2 prestiges. I feel like Rough Rider is like the most popular, I think. Not popular in terms of like people want it, but it's like the most common, it seems, but that's just personal opinion. I don't really pay too much attention to what everyone has on their horses. So joining the fray is Heart of Winter level 3. So Heart of Winter level 3, what is this? It's a ice themed prestige. So you're going to be expecting icy themes. So like an icy blue, you're going to be getting that cold effect, snowflakes. You guys kind of got a bit of a sneak peek when I did share one of my upgrades for Heart of Winter. You guys probably remember little old Snow Cone here, right? So Snow Cone's a Heart of Winter horse, not level 3, it was level 2. So we did kind of get a quick glimpse at these effects, okay? But I'm not going to use Snow Cone as our demo horse today. I'm going to be using my specially made Heart of Winter level 3 horse as our demo model for today's video. So let me explain how I got to this level 3 horse, okay? So Snow Cone was obviously one of the horses that I used to go from level 2 Heart of Winter to level 3. So as you can probably tell based off of the number of offspring Snow Cone has, this took 5 breedings to go from level 2 to level 3 Heart of Winter, and only 2 of these horses are grown, okay? The babies here, the foals that you see, I did not bother growing them up because they are all Heart of Winter level 2. The jackpot horse, as I would like to call it, is this one here. So we have Jewel, okay? So Jewel is my first ever Heart of Winter level 3 horse. Now, you're probably thinking like, hang on, Dasha, there's like other horses here. Yes, I know there are other horses here, okay? So after I got Heart of Winter level 3, I went out to try to create my winter-themed Heart of Winter horse because like I could have ended at Jewel. Hang on, let me show you Jewel. So Jewel is just a plain steel grey with the Snow Wild Horse body mark, and then we have like a braided mane, and we have like a long flowy tail, okay? I could have ended here, but I wanted something a little more extravagant as my Heart of Winter horse, okay? So obviously, as you saw, we saw a couple more breedings because we had more breeding tokens, so I had to use those. But there are 3 horses that I bred here. Now, unfortunately, I had to do 3 breedings because 2 of the babies decided they didn't want to have Heart of Winter level 3, which was fantastic, okay? It was wonderful. I feel very blessed. No, I do not feel very blessed. But yeah, I had to use 3 more breeding tokens to get the prestige to transfer to the icy grey coat that I wanted. So Tanaka's coat is a little special because this is a potion, like a coat color potion only coat. This does not transfer without a potion. So as you can imagine, because I had to do 3 breedings, I wasted 3 coat color potions to make this happen. Okay, so unfortunately I was blessed with more unluckiness because the game is just, it just doesn't like me this week. Okay, it doesn't like me this week. That's probably the best way to explain it, okay? But I'm not done here. I'm not done here. I wanted something a little more extravagant, okay? Because even though I like this like grayish coat color, I wanted something special, okay? I wanted to transfer this to a Friesian sport. That was like my ultimate goal. And let me tell you, okay, I had to cross my fingers, my toes, my hopes and dreams, and my wallet as well, because if I was going to fail this next breeding, it was going to be super expensive. I'd use so many potions. So the breeding pair I used to try to transfer this horse's features onto a Friesian sport was actually the Arctic Blue. So here's the breeding pair, so the Arctic Blue and Tanaka. Now, a couple of reasons why I went for this specific pair is that the Arctic Blue is 100% Friesian sport. I needed a lot of Friesian sport blood to make sure that the foal was going to be a Friesian sport. Second, I needed features on both of these horses to basically transfer to the foal. So I wanted at least a horse with like a mane and tail style that I liked, that had the pure bloodline, and also didn't have a prestige. That was another problem I was running into. A lot of my main stock have prestiges, so I would run into the problem of having like that 50-50 split. Because it's got no prestige on the Arctic Blue, I'll have a slightly better chance of getting Harder Winter level 3 on the baby, but obviously it's not guaranteed, but 60% is better than 50%, okay? So I decided to take that risk. Another thing to consider with breeding, each horse can only have 3 potions, and because there's so many things on Tanaka, I couldn't possibly potion everything from this horse. So I actually had to throw a few potions on the Arctic Blue. And I had to make a really tough decision because I'm also going to use the Ice Flourish potion. The baby is going to have magical ice features because I really, really wanted this on my little magical ice, you know, baby horse. So the potions that I used for this breeding was on the Arctic Blue, I had the coat color potion, the tail style potion, and the ice flourish potion. As for Tanaka, I had the facial pattern potion, the body pattern potion, and also the mane style potion. Okay, so I've locked in the mane and tail styles, I've locked in a coat color and pattern, and I also have the ice flourish. The only thing that was going to happen from this breeding that I was not going to be too happy about is that because I've locked both the mane and tail, that I'd basically be guaranteeing the ice flourish eyes on my foal, but that was basically unavoidable because like it's at a point where like I just don't have enough potion slots to guarantee everything that I wanted, so I just had to take the risk, honestly, because I also needed to consider like what happens if I don't get Harder Winter. Am I going to blow all these potions again on the next foal? So yeah, I just decided to take the risk, and thankfully I did record the breeding, so I can quickly show you what the resulting foal ended up looking like. I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly. I mean, I kind of did because I did use a lot of potions for this breeding, but the foal itself is so icy cold. Like the Arctic Blue coat color really matched, the facial pattern really matched. We did get Harder Winter on the foal as well, okay? So I basically got everything that I kind of needed on the foal. The only question is whether or not it looked cool when it grew up. Obviously, as you can tell, I spent most of my time online yesterday just growing up this foal. I don't know if any of my friends did get a sneak peek at this horse. I don't think so. I've been keeping it a secret since yesterday. So it is finally time for me to reveal my Heart of Winter Friesian sport that I committed so many resources to making, okay? So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I'm actually so excited to share this horse with you. Okay, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, say hello to Coldhearted, my wintry themed Heart of Winter Friesian sport that I have spent so many potions, so many breeding tokens, and maybe far too many brain cells trying to make. Oh my gosh, this horse was so worth it, guys. This horse was so freaking worth breeding. I am so proud of myself that I was able to actually get this horse because dang, I spent too many days thinking like, okay, if I use this potion, I can guarantee this. If I use this horse, I can guarantee this. But oh my gosh, this horse is so cool looking. It may be in a literal sense as well because this horse really is super duper cool. The effects, I think, match perfectly. The ice flourishes make this horse look so cool as well. Like the icicle leg decorations are so awesome. That's a special effect, by the way. That little icy effect that you're seeing around the legs, that is actually not part of the Heart of Winter Prestige. That is actually tied to the leg equipment things. You can't take these off, by the way, so if you don't like it, I'm super sorry. You're stuck with them like I am. They're like super glued shoes. But we also have the eyes. Okay, the eyes look fine. They're not super duper amazing. I've never really been a super big fan of these like very glowy eyes. I would have preferred if it was just the plain eyes, but I didn't have any eye color potions. I couldn't fit them anywhere, so I had to just kind of acknowledge that, okay, this is going to be a thing. Oh, but this horse is so pretty. I love this horse. And I spent too many brain cells renaming this horse yesterday as well. But as I said, I did settle on Coldhearted because, like, what else could I name it? Okay, what else could I name this horse? It literally is Coldhearted. So super duper proud of this horse. But obviously because I have this horse now, I can showcase everything that you would be getting in a Heart of Winter horse, okay? So just keep in mind with all prestiges, there are 3 levels of the prestige. The first effect that you get with Heart of Winter, if you just get level 1, is the little icy Hoofprints. So as you can see right there, they're icy blue. They also just kind of fade away like all of the other Hoofprints. It's really cute. Like, I really like the Heart of Winter Hoofprints because I've always just been a fan of blue. And it also kind of feels like you're leaving a little bit of ice behind. You know, you have a very cold themed horse. So leaving those little blue Hoofprints is very cute. But it's a level 2 effect where I think Heart of Winter really starts to shine. So if your horse stands idle, just like Coldhearted, okay, ignore the icy effect around the legs. Pay attention to the snowflakes. I might actually need to use Snow Cone for this because Snow Cone doesn't have the icy leg things. So the snowflake effect that you see on this horse is the level 2 prestige. So if you do get this leveled up, you get this little icy effect when the horse stands idle. Unfortunately, it does disappear if you move, which I think is really sad. I actually wish this effect would stay when you're in movement, but it's an idle effect. So if your horse just stands still, people can already tell if your horse is level 2 or level 3 Heart of Winter. And I do think this is probably one of the better looking idle effects in the game, because I've seen all kinds. Like the Love Hearts are a bit hard to beat, to be honest. But the Rough Rider ones look like Ember. And it's okay, but I think I prefer icy themed stuff. So these snowflakes were really cute. Okay, I really do like these snowflakes. Super adorable. And it super matches the coat pattern too, because you have like all the little flecks on the body. Yeah, it's just too adorable. This next effect only appears if you are galloping or sprinting, okay? So it doesn't appear when you're cantering. You get to leave a icy trail behind your horse, and if you pay attention, you can even see little flecks of snow. Oh my gosh, you can even see little flecks of snow in that trail as well. So this is just a really icy, cool themed prestige. Like, if you just want a horse that looks like, you know, it's an ice princess, Heart of Winter it is, okay? If you don't care about the effect. If you do care about the effect, okay, unfortunately, Heart of Winter is probably going to be on the bottom of your list of prestiges to level up, unless, like, in the future we get an event where Heart of Winter is a desirable effect. But at the moment, yeah, it's not mandatory to have at all, but it's definitely one of the better, like, cosmetic looking effects. Oh, hang on, I wanted to add one more thing as well for this horse. I did consider either using a white mane and tail or the two-toned cyan mane. So like this one, hang on. You can kind of see the gradient. So in the braids, you can see that it does change color halfway through. So you have this for the braids on the mane. And then on the tail, we've got the streaks. You got streaks of blue and you also have streaks of white. And I'm a little undecided on which one that I like. Like, the white looks really nice on this horse, but I kind of like the blue too because it kind of matches the legs and the eyes. I might just interchange between both, but in case you guys are just kind of wondering like what this blue would look like on the Arctic blue coat color, now you know. Okay, now you know. I think they both match. I think it's just going to depend on like what I'm in the mood for. But the white one looks really, really cool as well. But I think for the rest of the video, we're just going to kind of stick with this blue because we still need to do riding events with this horse. Okay, so I've showed you the effects. I also want to show you guys the riding effects for this horse as well. So aside from the effects, what does Heart of Winter give to your horse when you're doing events? So as you can see on the screen, we're going to freeze our stamina every time we get a perfect jump. And we're also going to freeze our stamina for the first 10 seconds of each lap in an event. So this is, I feel, very like show jumping oriented as a prestige, because usually cross country, there's a lot of breeds that can excel in cross country that regenerate their own stamina. Whereas for this is like, you're really trying to preserve stamina. I don't know. And then, oh, and also whenever you freeze your stamina, freeze it for 50% longer. This is an upgrade because I got Heart of Winter level 3. That is the special effect. So let's do an event together. I'm gonna put some show jumping tack on, and we're gonna do, I guess, like a show jumping event. If I can find my, oh, here it is. I was wondering where this thing is. So we only have 37 stamina. So hopefully we're going to be able to showcase the stamina savability. Oh, that's cross country. Yeah, the stamina ability and how effective it might be in a proper event. I'm just trying to think, like, what do I want to do? Okay, I found a show jumping event where we might be able to properly see this prestige in work, because unfortunately this horse lacks the stamina to do this. So let's see how we're going to be able to do, because if my regular Friesian sports did this event, they'd be struggling. And so far we're crushing this course. Oh my gosh, look at the freezes. Look at the freezes. That is so awesome. My stamina is not moving. Oh, that is so awesome. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a show jumping horse. I'm telling you right now, guys. It's absolutely a show jumping horse. It could be a cross country horse if we get one of those events where it doesn't give you the stamina back when you do jumps. Because I think that's where this horse is going to excel. It's going to excel in events where there's like no extra stamina given away by doing jumps. Because I know for a lot of cross-country events, I think almost all of the courses have that inspiring jump modifier. Oh my gosh, we literally finished that event with full stamina. Oh my gosh, that is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, that's Heart of Winter. Okay, show jumping ability. Kind of OP, kind of broken for show jumping, although we kind of don't need it for show jumping events yet, but who knows? Okay, maybe in the near future we're gonna get something where stamina will be the go-to thing, and this is gonna come in handy one day. But for now, I'm happy to like kind of enjoy my little show pony. But yeah, hopefully it was helpful for you guys in seeing Heart of Winter in action. I know a lot of people just wanted to see what the prestige looked like in general, just because it is just vastly unpopular. But yeah, hopefully you know what this looks like now in game, and if it helps you decide whether you want Heart of Winter as a cosmetic prestige or if you actually do want to have this for events. Before we go for today's video, okay, just a quick little thing. If you saw my community post yesterday, I did post this cute little chibi character poking around the corner. I recently bought this new program that makes you these cute little adorable chibis, and they like animate and stuff. And I kind of customized it a little bit to turn it into a little PNG tuber. And I mean, I just wanted to see what this looks like in video. I was gonna do it at the beginning of this video, but then I was a little bit scared that she's too animated, okay? She's quite animated. Hang on, let me bring her out. She's so adorable. I can't get over how cute she is. Hello, it is I, your cute little magical equestrian. Hello guys. This is the funny little chibi that I made. She's a little janky, but dang, she's like so freaking cute. She's so animated too though, so I'm not sure if I want to use her for like future videos like this. I've actually been thinking about doing some more YouTube shorts, and I might end up using this little cute chibi for my YouTube shorts because she's so cute, and there's like so many little animations that I can actually do with her. So yeah, keep an eye out on the channel. There's going to be like a few shorts here and there where you're going to be seeing this cute little chibi featured. Am I going to use her as a PNG tuber? Probably not. I do think she bounces a little bit too much. Like, I think she's too distracting. Unless we resize ourselves and we become a little mini PNG tuber. Hang on, let me resize her. Too small? I mean, I kind of feel like if I'm going to be this super bouncy, I need to be like super obscure and in the corner so I don't distract you guys during a video. Because like, knowing me as a viewer, if I saw somebody with a little character that was this animated, I think I'd just be like constantly staring in the corner, okay? But that's just a me thing. But maybe it's not a bad thing, like in game where we're actually doing stuff like this, maybe it's not too bad. I can't get over how cute she is though. Oh, she's so adorable. I have some people I need to talk to because I absolutely am going to try and get this little like chibi thing customized because I can't, guys, I can't. She's too cute. She's too cute. Like, I love seeing her yap. Okay, back to classic Dasha. So yeah, guys, I guess that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching my quick little showcase of Heart of Winter. I hope this video did help you out. I hope it enlightened you. I hope, I don't know, maybe you'd like your Heart of Winter horse. I know so many people that get Heart of Winters and they get so disappointed. And I'm just like, same girl, same maybe guy out there, guy. Because yeah, I didn't actually think about leveling this prestige up until much later. I'm still waiting to have Golden Child though. That dang prestige just doesn't want to appear for me, but oh well, I guess I'm just like the unluckiest person in Star Equestrian. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching another video of Star Equestrian. As always, if you enjoyed the video or if you found it helpful, do leave a like on this one so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you're new to the channel, hi everybody, my name is Dashabella. I'm a virtual equestrian VTuber and I play a whole bunch of horse games on my YouTube channel. So if you like horse games as much as I do, then definitely consider subscribing to the channel to get future notifications for all of my future uploads. But that's going to be it for me today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!